because, dude, come on. Because also, that's not that easy also, because then you got sensitive types up in there, I'd assume, too. Or when it's like, hey.
Hey, let me tell you a real story, man. I bombed at a poetry night in Portland, man. I was, listen, this is after I did Comic View. So I had already had like a Comic View under my belt. And I went up to, I don't even think I did it a second time. I had only did like one time. Then I went up to Portland to hang out with Rasheed Wallace.
The basketball player from Detroit, right?
Yeah, the basketball player. He's from Detroit. Now, this is when he was playing for Portland, though.
Oh, okay.
So this is before he even came to Detroit.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And went up there to hang out for like a Halloween weekend. It was masquerade thing, and we did comedy and all that stuff, right? And you know, I you know, it was cool, it was fun. You know, I got on the mic at the event that I was brought up there to do, and that was cool. But then we went to this poetry night, and she was like, "Hey, man, I want you to go up and this is my spot, man. I want you to get on the mic, man."
Oh my God!
I was like, all right, you know, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah. They're letting the killer up on stage, though. They're letting the killer up on stage.
Slam back. This place was. I was like, "Oh, I got this."
Yeah,
you know, my confidence was super high.
Well, because you would think you would think that they're gonna see like Game's gonna recognize Game and they're gonna go, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
And I'm still riding high off Comic View. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're out there with Rasheed Wallace. Come on.
I'm with Rasheed Wallace. And listen, man, Anthony Anderson is with us.
Oh yeah.
Gabrielle Union is with us.
Wow. Yeah.
And there was a few more people. They were all there for the weekend. It was like a weekend, man.
You're out there, you're a hot shot. You're out there with the hot shots, and you're a hot shot.
I'm a hot guy. I'm a comedian. I'm a hot guy.
Yeah.
You know, so I get on stage, and man, I get up there. They're not really laughing, and so a girl in the back said something to me. And I was like, "Oh, come on, bitch!"
Oh my God!
As soon as I said that, the place erupted.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. They were like, "Oh, boo!"
Yeah,
boo!
Yeah, you said the worst thing.
What? Like, oh my
dude!
God.
In a woke room, you can't say bitch.
That was my first lesson learned about the bitch word in comedy. That was the biggest. At first, even though it wasn't a comedy room, it was still, I'm doing the mic. You know, I'm doing comedy.
Sure.
So, and it's a poetry I made. Oh, it was horrible. So, the guy that was playing like the bongos that was on the stage behind me stood up and was like, "Hey, man, we don't do that here."
Oh my God! There's a guy with bongos.
Oh man, the guy with the bongos got up and was like, "Hey, man, mid beat, like we don't do that." And it was like, man, they booed me basically off the stage. I came off stage, and I walked to the bar. And Anthony Anderson said, "Here, drink this." He handed me a drink, and I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "That's a French Connection. Just drink it."
Oh, my God.
He was like, "You need this right now." I mean, it was one of the worst experiences I had. I was so embarrassed.
But what's crazy is
I couldn't even eat.
What's crazy is they don't realize that they could that they had one of the best comedians or one of the funniest guys in the country on their stage right there, and they just boot him off just because they just hear like a triggered word where they go, "Okay." You know?
It was. But I was young in college. Even though I was kind of had early success.
Sure.
I was young in the mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand how
know your crowd.
I didn't read my audience very well. No, I didn't read my audience very well.
Yeah.
And you know, so I went up and I dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? And
sure.
That was totally on me. You know what I mean? I don't blame them at all for it. But it was one of the experiences, one of the lessons that stuck with me forever.
I know.
And I think I've had that, I've said the bitch word one more time since then. I was in Atlanta at a comedy club called the Atlanta House of Comedy.
Yeah.
And this years ago, too. And I got into it with a girl, and I said the bitch word, but it was funny. I made it kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it was like I still got into it when they were heckling me and stuff like that. I used to get a lot of as a young comic, I used to get heckled all the time. That's crazy.
Really?
I used to always get heckled because I didn't quite have my shit together. You know what I mean? So I was funny in spurts, but I wasn't like, I was talking too fast.
Yep.
I was doing too much. I didn't quite have my stories together. You know, my setup.
Are you talking to the crowd more then? Is that why also? Or are you pausing in between jokes a lot and kind of letting it breathe? Is that why they're talking to you more?
I wasn't really pausing. That's the whole thing. I didn't really have a pause. You know, I was just, you know, just kind of running over punchlines. You know what I'm saying? I was talking too fast. That's nervous energy I had. You know, so, and I didn't know how to channel it as a younger comic. So, you know, I used to get heckled a lot.
Yeah.
And then I learned how to deal with hecklers.
Yeah.
Kind of early. So
Which
like,
is a good thing. Which is a good thing, dude. I mean, it's...
Which is a good thing in hindsight.
Well, because it's like MMA, dude. It's like, look, man, you got to learn all the moves. You got to learn all the styles. You got to know how to... You got to fight on your feet, fight on the ground, get on the cage. Yeah, you got to... It's really smart. I mean, opposed to like, you know, because, dude, there's a lot of comics out there. They don't want the audience to talk to them at all. And they'd have fucked their whole thing up. And you got to be prepared for it because it's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen. You could run from it, but eventually it's going to get you.
You can't avoid it. It is what it is. And I'm just glad I had training at that early.
Yeah.
Because even though I didn't want it, it taught me how to be a more diverse comedian. And it kind of taught me how to always be on my toes.
Yeah.
And even though in some shows, you know, I wouldn't get heckled 10, 20 shows in a row, but I would always be ready.
Yeah.
And that's what it taught me. Even right now, to this day, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But that taught me that always be ready because I've been embarrassed before. I got heckled and laughed at, and, you know, people think, oh, man, you know, I started doing comedy. I was funny from the beginning. Nah, it took me, I went the long road, man.
You ever have those moments? You ever have those moments where you say something to somebody on stage and you're just like, oh, I better get the fuck out of here because I'm probably going to be fighting after I get off here. You ever have that?
I have. Man, I've had moments. I was in D.C. one time, man. And I killed this guy so bad, man. This guy tried to heckle me. I mean, I murdered him so bad. He got mad and sat at the front row. And was like, so what's up? You know, so what's up? So, you know, when people start talking like that, he wanted to fight for real. So security had to come. They got him, and they made him leave. Dude left, changed his clothes, and came back in the club. They didn't know it was him.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah.
Came back, changed some real shit.
That's crazy killer dude right there, though. Yeah, you got to stay the fuck away from him.
He wanted to jump. He wanted to jump me. They noticed him. Security noticed him, and they put him on. He got into a fight with the security. They was putting him out. He was like, I'm going to kill that nigga. I'm going to kill that nigga. And he was talking about me. And I didn't even notice that he had got back in the club. Yeah. Because he had changed clothes and everything.
Over jokes. Over jokes. And I'm sure he jumped at you first, right?
Up jokes, man.
And he probably came at you first, right? And you just responded to it. It's like, what are you supposed to do? You have lights, a microphone, and people looking at you. What are you supposed to do? Like, you think I'm going to lose?
Come on, man.
You think Howie Bell's going to lose?
Let me tell you, I'm from out of town. I got to win. These promoters got to pay me. I can't let you beat me. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I gotta kill you, and I had to learn that. But once I learned that, I got vicious at it, and I said, "Look, I gotta slow down." Yeah. Because then I did shows where I really